Hello YouTube, Dave here again. Just another quick video before I get back into my series on D&D with D&D classes and things of that nature. I know the holiday season's upon us here, and for a lot of people it's a chance to get together with friends and family. And sometimes when you get together with friends or family, you might want to break out a board game or something to kind of pass the time. So I've got quite a few in my collection. I've just picked one up today, and I'm going to compare it with another earlier version of itself. I just kind of curious as to what the differences may be. So this is Dungeon, the board game released by this Wizards of the Coast. It was originally put out by TSR, I think, back in the 70s. So it's just kind of a traditional board game. It was 23.99 Canadian, 19.99 US. So this is the first version that they released back in 2012. Wizards of the Coast did. I haven't actually played this yet. I bought this when it first came out, but I haven't actually had a chance to play it yet. So a lot of things are still in the packaging, but the box itself at least is open. So we'll take a look at it. See what's inside the box, kind of get the basic idea of the gameplay, and kind of go from there. So there's 8 different. It's up to 8 players can play this game, and there's 2 characters of each class. So there's 2 fighters, rogues, clerics, or wizards, and they each play differently. The goal is to basically loot the dungeon. There's a certain amount, depending on what class you play, you have to acquire a certain amount of treasure. The more powerful your character is, the more treasure you have to gain before you can be considered the winner. So, if you play a rogue, for example, there's less that you have to get to win, but it's also you have to fight monsters to get treasure, and it's harder to kill the monsters. So we'll just have a look and see this one here. So there's just the cover art, which is really nice, very realistic look to it. Box is sort of thin, but we'll see what's in here. So we'll just readjust that. Open up the box. And so they just have little cards, your treasure cards, and your monster cards, and just a few more monsters there. So basically, the monsters. My basic understanding of this is it shows the different things that you need in order to defeat it. So the dire rat here, green is fighter, blue is the cleric. I believe. Sorry, green is the rogue, blue is cleric, fighter, and then there's wizard, and the last 2 are wizard using either fireball or lightning bolt. So the numbers here represent the numbers that you have to roll on the dice, which are right here. So you get 2d6, and if you get that number or higher, you kill the monster, and you get some. I believe you play some treasure. It's been a while since I looked at the rules, but it does seem like kind of a cool game. And of course, we got here just the rules information, and it goes into quite a bit of detail. There's different types of markers and tokens, and speaking of that, here they are here. So I believe these ones here are lose a turn. The plus ones I believe indicate that you have magic items. These are your characters, so those are your wizards, your rogues, there's your fighters, and your clerics. And these here, all these gravestone looking ones, they are to indicate that you basically killed a monster. So when you kill a monster, you put that in the room. And just on the back, it's pretty much the same thing. I forget exactly what the numbers are for. I apologize, but it does show it in the rules. So there's all that. And then the board itself. So if I recall, the board is fairly decent size. I may have to move some stuff here in the meantime. But there's the board there. So there's the Great Halls where everybody starts. You'll notice that there are levels here on each of the things. There's the armory, cells, torture chamber, the hole. The levels indicate basically which monsters you will face there. And there are certain levels that are more suited to different. Get that out of the way. More suited to different characters. So the rogues, basically, they want to stick to the lower number levels, and the wizards, where they have powerful attacks, they can go at sort of the more higher level ones. So that's what the board looks like, and just some description of stuff on the side. So we'll just set this back down, pack everything back up. And we'll take a look at the newer version. So I would take these out to show you some of what the different ones look like, but you see level in the back. But I don't really have anything to... I like to keep everything organized, so until I get some elastics, I don't really want to touch any of that. And since I haven't actually played it yet, I'm not in a huge rush to open everything up and have loose pieces. So if I actually get around to playing it, then I'll open everything up. So that's that version there. So this is the 2014 version of the game. So as far as I know, the game itself is still the same. Obviously, they went with a more cartoony art style, as you can see. And it looks like Drizzt there for fans of Salvatore, which I am actually. So I'm kind of ashamed that it took me as long as it did to finally get this, because it has Drizzt on it, and I enjoy those novels. So. But one thing that made me kind of curious, and the reason I wanted to get this, is if you look at the box, right, for the same game, the box is actually quite a bit thicker. Do like a side-by-side. So we'll have a look and see. I'm just going to move this one off to the side. So we'll see what's in this one. I just got this brand new today, so I haven't even opened it up yet, although there was a little tear in the plastic here, so that'll help me get everything opened. All right. Okay, so I think we know the biggest difference is they have the cards so that they can stand up. But there is a little ad here for the Creo Dungeons and Dragons. I've actually seen some of these. I live in Canada. There's a Canadian Tire near where I live, and they had a package of like a bunch of these different sets, which I was looking to get, but they were $70-$80. So I just couldn't really bring myself to spend that kind of money. It did have this set along with a couple of smaller ones, but it was just too much money for me to spend at this point. Maybe after Christmas, if it's still there, I might consider it if I get a little bit of money. And just kind of a nice ad on the back. Drizzt, Black Dragon, Beholder, 3 of my favorite things there. And the rules. So the rule book's a little different. Again, it's got some more artwork on it. I think this one is probably more geared towards the Drizzt style of stories. So you see the Drider there. So it'll probably have a bit more focus on things like Dark Elves and stuff like that. Obviously, a lot more cartoonish. And these actually are okay. This is kind of cool. The tokens that you get, instead of being kind of the generic, like they had Redgar from 3rd edition, they have a few different characters. So they have Drizzt, obviously, Catti-brie from the Salvatore series, Jarlaxle, who's one of my all-time favorite characters. He's one of the rogues, and then Storm, who's a leader of the network of spies called. So she's the leader of the Harpers. Istavel. I'm not entirely sure who he is, unfortunately. Neither am I sure who Elena is. Farida, I think that's how you spell. I probably said that horribly wrong. She's actually a character in some novels. That one of the ones is the adversary for the Sundering series. It's the one that I'm currently on. Been a while since I picked it up, so I'll have to get back into that at some point. But those are the the rules, they kind of make it look more like a comic with you know, the little flash things here, but it's kind of cool. We'll just pull these out. So instead of having 3 different piles, looks like they just have the 2. So once again, there's Die Rat and some treasure. I'm not going to open these until I can, like I said, until I can organize them. But we'll pull this up and just, what do you know? My old nemesis from like the 5th edition starter set, the cardboard insert. That's what's taking up most of the space, just so that these could stand up. Here's your token. So these all look the exact same. The lose a turn, +1s, the numbers, the graves, those are all still the exact same, but the characters are different. We'll see if the board's actually any different here. Let me just get this stuff out of the way, so we'll have plenty of room to open it up. Now, interestingly enough, oh, no, here they are. Sorry, I didn't see the D6, but there they are, so I must have just moved those out of the way right away and not even paid attention. Off to a good start. I'll just slide this back. And we'll see if the board actually looks any different. Okay. So it does look a little different. The coloration's a little bit different here. Again, we have a great hall, guard room, kitchen, pantry, chapel, the hole, torture chambers. I think the names are all pretty much the same. Colors are pretty much the same. So the board itself doesn't really look that different. Just I think the coloration along the side here may be different, but that's pretty much it. Now, same price. So they were both $23.99 Canadian and $19.99 US. So it seems like a really cool game. I think it'd be a lot of fun if you have a bunch of friends over. You can have up to 8 players. So you know, once you get at least 4, I think it'd be a lot of fun. It's competitive. So if you get a chance, if you get a chance looking for some board games this holiday season, this isn't a bad one. And if you know somebody who is a fan of Dungeons and Dragons, and you're not really into the role-playing aspect of it, but you might be willing to try something like this, then the board games aren't a bad way to go. I kind of like them. I'd love to get a chance to play them. But I just thought I'd show off this one in particular. I have some other board games in my collection, so maybe I'll do a little series on them. I might do some tutorials, so at some point I'll probably actually open everything up, read the rules thoroughly, and explain how to play. But for now, if you're looking for a Christmas gift or a holiday gift for a friend that's into role-playing games and board games, you might want to look at this. It's kind of neat. It was a game originally put out in the 70s by TSR, so it's kind of a history thing as well, even if it's changed a little bit since between now and then. But yeah, I think these are kind of neat, so check them out if you want. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I think next one we'll be going back to the role-playing material. So hope you enjoyed this little side series that I've been doing for the last few days. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.